All right. So my name is Kempeneers. I am with the Maple Crest Group, and I also teach at the Asian Institute of Management. Um, and for this particular session, we will be talking a little bit more about engineering cyber resilience in the age of intelligent and autonomous threats. So let me just share some initial thoughts on this one. Okay. When I talk to people about the current situation, syempre we want to translate it in ways that they can appreciate it a bit more. Okay? So we talk about the current landscape, right? The way I introduce it to them is, sige, ganito. One, we're seeing an environment where AI reconnaissance seems to be the normal thing. And when I describe it to them, think of the invisible man, right? It's the invisible scout. He lurks, it lurks in our networks, it lurks in our systems. It's a quiet stakeout, but they're there. And the thing about this guy is he doesn't need to sleep, he doesn't need to rest, constantly gathering information to be able to come up with personalized phishing activities that make people feel more vulnerable, right? The next description is, I would say, we have polymorphic malware. It's easy to know or to find where the threats are if we know what it looks like. But now we have a digital chameleon, a little bit like Mystique. Diba? They can come in, they can cause havoc, but the code can change its appearance. So traditional security software that we have, traditional ways of monitoring and tracking, identifying them, they can bypass that. And we also talk about machine speed exploitation. So now we think of a flash flood, right? Attacks can happen across a wide variety of the broader spectrum of our environment. And they do it really quickly, much faster than we can call out an alert. So if you look at the environment today, the threats out there do not have the vulnerabilities that humans have. They don't need to sleep, they don't need to eat, they don't need to rest. They can just keep at it. So the question now is for us in the cybersecurity space, and even for us in the risk management space, how do we adapt? Because the challenge now is, if the attack is happening at machine speed, and we need human intervention, or we have a human response time, hindi lang siya delay. There is a window of opportunity that opens us up to potential exploitation, and we become more vulnerable. Hindi lang siya delay ngayon. And this defensive lag, in my opinion, is one of our biggest risks. Because we feel comfortable that we have our firewalls, we're able to track, we're able to identify where they are, we have containment methods. Now it's a question of timing. If it takes a human to initiate the response, there's already a guarantee that we will be exposed. There is an exposure already. That lag time between the human reaction and the machine's attempt, right, to access our systems, to exfiltrate data, dahil mas mabilis sila, that gap already opens us up to an exposure. So how do we address this? We have to fight fire with fire. So if they're using AI, if they're using machines, if they're automating the attack, then the response also has to be automated. We have to level up our game because they're leveling up their game much faster than us. So if they're attacking us in an automatic manner, the response, the identification, the containment also has to be in a way automated. And the continuous adaptive trust, if before one-time verification of the identity of the person is enough, now it's not. Because they can change. So if we've identified, yes, this person is authorized to access the network, the system, the files, later on, we have to recheck that. Kasi baka hindi na siya yun. But apart from these, of course, I said that the human component may be a cause of latency and a potential exposure, but we still cannot eliminate the human element. So while we're automating the response, while we're automating the containment, while we're automating the detection, the people in the organization still have to be part of the bigger effort. They have to be aware that we are now in an autonomous age. Things now are automatic. AI is changing the game, and they have to be aware of that still. They may not be the ones pressing the response. They may not be the ones raising the red flag, but they're still part of your human firewall. So they need to be aware that with AI, deepfakes can pretend to be authorized persons. Deepfakes can pretend to be the people that are authorized. So they have to be used to doing out-of-band verification. If there is a request coming in to access, you don't just trust because it's using the email of the CFO or the email of the CEO or the Viber number of whoever. They may want to do an out-of-band verification just to double check. And lastly, building that culture of psychological safety also becomes more important. Because you want people to speak up, point out potential anomalous activities or executive requests. While it's not automated, it's another layer of defense. Right? So while these people, there is that lag, there is the latency, we always want to reinforce the automated response, automated protection with the human firewall as well. And let me close with this statement. When you talk about cyber resilience today, we're not eliminating attacks. That is impossible. But what we want to have in place are systems that can adapt and contain and recover also at machines. With that, I will turn over the floor to our speakers so that they can expound a little bit more about this autonomous environment and how we will survive in it.